If you're between 65 and 80, this video is your wake-up call to rethink habits that might be quietly making life harder. We were diving deep into 5 surprising things many seniors do, habits that seem small but have a big impact on mental, physical, and emotional well-being. These aren't the overused tips you've heard before, like eat healthy or exercise more. These are subtle traps that slip under the radar, shaping how you age and live. Stay with us to uncover what might be holding you back from your best years, filled with confidence, peace, and joy. The last one is a game changer most overlook. You won't want to miss it. Let's get started. Number 1. Holding onto old grudges. Carrying resentment into your 60s, 70s, or 80s is like dragging a heavy suitcase through life. It slows you down and steals your energy. Whether it's a decades-old family feud, a friend's betrayal, or a neighbor's hurtful comment, holding on to grudges doesn't just live in your mind. It affects your body and spirit. The anger you feel when you recall that slight from 20 years ago, it triggers stress hormones like cortisol, which can raise blood pressure, disrupt sleep, and fuel inflammation linked to heart disease and other health issues. Over time, this emotional baggage clouds your outlook, sours conversations, and dims your ability to enjoy the present. You might think, I have every right to be upset, and maybe you do. But here's the reality. The person who hurt you might not even remember the incident. They've moved on, while you're stuck replaying the pain, letting it define your mood and relationships. Bitterness doesn't punish them, it punishes you. It's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. This habit robs you of mental clarity and emotional freedom, making it harder to connect with others or find joy in everyday moments. Take Walter, 79, who hadn't spoken to his sister in over 30 years after a bitter argument over their parents' will. Every family gathering, he'd feel the sting of her absence, but pride kept him from reaching out. He told himself she was wrong, and he'd wait for her apology. But one day, after reflecting on how much he missed her laugh, he made the call. They didn't resolve every issue, but they talked, cried, and laughed over old memories. Walter said it was like a weight lifted off his chest. He felt lighter, younger, and more at peace. That call didn't erase the past, but it gave him back his present. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning, it means choosing your peace over pain. It's about deciding your heart deserves to be free. Sometimes the other person isn't ready to reconcile, and that's okay. Forgiving them in your heart, without even a conversation, can still release you from that prison of resentment. Start small. Write a letter you don't send. Or simply say to yourself, I'm letting this go for me. You've carried this long enough. Set it down and walk forward with a lighter step. Number 2, neglecting your appearance. It's tempting to think, why bother when it comes to your appearance as you age? Maybe you skip haircuts, wear the same worn-out clothes, or stop caring about grooming because it feels like it doesn't matter anymore. But how you present yourself directly affects how you feel about yourself and how the world responds to you. Neglecting your appearance isn't just about looking disheveled, it's a signal to yourself that you've stopped investing in your own worth. This can spiral into low self-esteem, isolation, and even depression as you start to feel like you're fading into the background. Caring about your appearance isn't about chasing youth or pleasing others. It's about maintaining dignity and vitality. When you look in the mirror and see someone well-groomed, with clothes that fit and a spark of effort, it sends a powerful message to your brain. I'm still here, and I matter. Small acts, like a fresh haircut, a clean shave, or wearing a favorite scarf can lift your mood and posture. Research shows that personal grooming boosts confidence and encourages social engagement, which is critical for mental health as you age. Conversely, letting yourself go can make you feel invisible, reducing your willingness to go out, meet people, or try new things. Consider Gloria, 76, who hadn't worn makeup in years, thinking it was pointless. Her days felt gray and she avoided social events, feeling frumpy and irrelevant. A friend encouraged her to try a shade of lipstick she used to love. When Gloria put it on, her face lit up, not just from the color, but from the realization that she still felt beautiful. That one small act sparked a change. She started dressing up for outings, joined a book club, and felt a renewed sense of purpose. "I didn't realize how much I missed myself," she said. This isn't about vanity or spending hours primping. It's about small, intentional choices: brushing your hair, wearing clothes that fit well, or adding a touch of color that makes you smile. These acts honor the life you've lived and the one you're still living. They keep you connected to the world and remind you of your value. So trim that beard, put on those earrings, or wear that bright shirt, not to impress anyone but to celebrate you. Comment 2 below if this hits home and let us know you're here. Number 3, always needing to be right. As you age, it's natural to feel like your experience gives you authority. You've lived through decades of challenges, and you want your voice heard, especially when it feels like people dismiss you. But doubling down, correcting others mid-sentence, or insisting your way is the only way can backfire. This habit doesn't make you respected. It makes you hard to be around. It turns conversations into battles, pushing away friends, family, and even new connections. Wisdom isn't T about always being right. It's S about knowing when to listen and when to let go. Clinging to being right closes you off to new perspectives and personal growth. The world changes fast. Technology, culture, even language evolve. And refusing to adapt can leave you stuck in a mindset that no longer fits. More importantly, it strains relationships. People don't avoid you because you're wrong. They avoid you because it's exhausting to engage with someone who won't budge. Studies show that rigid thinking correlates with loneliness in older adults, as it discourages meaningful dialogue. True wisdom lies in humility, listening to others, admitting you might not know everything, and being open to learning. Harold, 81, was a brilliant man but terribly lonely. His daughter said, "He's always been the smartest in the room, but he has to prove it." He'd interrupt to correct facts or dismiss opinions, and over time, friends stopped visiting, and his grandkids dodged his calls. It wasn't until Harold started asking questions instead of giving answers that things changed. He listened to his grandson's stories about new tech, even if he didn't fully understand. He let small disagreements slide. Soon, his family was calling more, and he felt reconnected. "I didn't realize how much I was pushing them away," he admitted. "You've earned your opinions and they matter. But so does staying open. Let your kids or grandkids teach you something, even if you already know it. Let a friend share their view without needing to debate. Choose connection over correction. This quiet strength draws people closer and keeps your mind flexible. Comment 3 below if you're ready to listen more and argue less. Number 4. Avoiding new experiences. Routines are comforting. Same meals, same TV shows, same daily walk. But sticking to the familiar can quietly drain the life out of you. Refusing new experiences shrinks your world, dulls your mind, and erodes your confidence. Your 60s and 70s are a time of freedom. No bosses, no young kids, fewer obligations. Yet many seniors say, "That's not for me," and miss out on the chance to grow, connect, and feel alive. This habit isn't just about boredom. It's about letting fear or complacency limit your potential. Your brain thrives on novelty. Studies show that trying new things, even small ones, stimulates neuroplasticity, keeping your mind sharp and reducing cognitive decline. New experiences also boost confidence and combat the self-doubt that creeps in when you stick to what is safe. Avoiding change makes you feel less capable, and over time, fear becomes your default. But embracing something new, no matter how small, reminds you that you're still growing, still curious, still here. Eleanor, a 70-year-old widow, swore she'd never touch a smartphone. "That's for young people," she said. But her grandson patiently showed her how to send a voice message. She was hesitant, fumbling at first, but soon she was ordering groceries online, joining video calls with high school friends, and even sharing memes. "I feel like I'm part of the world again," she said. It wasn't the phone. It was proving to herself she could still learn. That spark carried over. She joined a local gardening club and started painting, rediscovering joy she thought was gone. New doesn't mean big. Try a different coffee shop, listen to a new genre of music, or take a class at the community center. It could be learning an app, cooking a new recipe, or joining a book club. The point is to challenge yourself even slightly. Every yes to something unfamiliar expands your world and reminds you life still has surprises. Say no to, "I don't do that," and yes to possibility. Comment 4 below if you're inspired to try something new. Number 5. Refusing help pride. Fear of being a burden or not wanting to seem old can make you act like you can handle everything alone. But refusing help isn't strength. It's a risky form of self-sabotage. Whether it's avoiding the doctor for new symptoms, climbing ladders despite shaky balance, driving with fading eyesight, or carrying heavy groceries when your joints ache, this habit can lead to preventable accidents, health setbacks, or emotional strain. Studies show that seniors who resist help are at higher risk for falls, untreated conditions, and isolation, all of which erode independence, not preserve it. Asking for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. It shows you value your safety and want to stay active and engaged for as long as possible. You've spent decades proving your strength, raising families, working hard, overcoming challenges. Now, leaning on others when needed doesn't diminish that. It protects it. It's also a gift to those around you. Your family, friends, or neighbors want to feel useful. Saying yes to their help builds trust and connection, reminding you that you're loved and not alone. Jim, 74, was a fix-it-all type, always tackling home repairs himself. After a minor fall from a ladder, he reluctantly asked his nephew to help clean the gutters. Not only did they finish safely, but they ended up sharing lunch, swapping stories, and reconnecting in a way Jim hadn't felt in years. That simple yes opened the door to more than just a clean roof. It brought warmth and meaning back to his relationships. Help doesn't mean giving up control. It's strategic. Asking your daughter to grab groceries, letting a neighbor rake leaves, or consulting a doctor about that nagging pain. These choices keep you safer, healthier, and more connected. You're not a burden. You're a blessing to those who care about you. Show your wisdom by knowing when to say, "I could use a hand." Comment 5 below if this one speaks to you. Final thoughts. You've earned more than comfort. You've earned clarity. These 5 habits, holding grudges, neglecting appearance, needing to be right, avoiding new experiences, and refusing help, may seem minor, but they pile up, shaping the life you wake up to every day. If you're between 65 and 80, this is your moment to reflect and shift. Wisdom isn't being set in your ways, it's the courage to adapt and grow. Recognize these habits, set them down, and you'll feel lighter, smile more, and rediscover joy. Ask yourself, which of these am I holding on to thinking it doesn't matter? What could change if I let it go? That honesty is where freedom begins. You're not alone. Countless others are on this journey, ready to live with more peace and purpose. Share one thing you learned today in the comments and how you'll apply it. If this video resonated, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.